Hello, I am Russell96 and welcome back to another Minecraft Castle Progress episode. And the new blacksmith roof hasn't burnt down yet, so that's good. And today we are going to work on the archery bit setup thing, and I briefly messed around in creative mode and I have a pretty funny archery training idea that I'm going to use. But I also well, I didn't get any good stuff besides a few diamonds and ores and whatnot from caving, but after I went caving, I went exploring and I found one of those spawners close to the surface in a desert, how the sand in the desert falls down to basically tell you there's a spawner right there. But I was in a desert and I found one of those. And in one chest I found 2 diamond horse armor sets. And this would probably be my favorite horse. It's not the fastest, but it's my most balanced one. Because it can jump 4 blocks, is decently fast, and has good amount of hearts. And I started to mess around with a design for stables, but I have a lot of horses, and if I don't want to take up this entire wall, because this is only 3 horses worth of stable, I would guess I have 20 to 30 horses in there. Unless I make like a ridiculous stacking stable design, it's probably not going to work that well. So what I'm thinking about doing, I'll just quickly go outside. Since in a previous episode, I'm not sure which one, I mentioned like these 2 side courtyards aren't really courtyards per se, but more like training grounds, I guess. What I'm thinking of doing is making a 100-ish block long courtyard along one of these flat sides of it. Then along one of those walls like here, I could make the stables a lot easier. And I'm guessing it will probably be this side that I make it on, because the other side is a lot more messy because of all the jungle. But horses are so nice. That's ridiculous how it can jump 4 meters up, but that's not even the best. So in some free time I have, I'll probably go super horse hunting and try and get a really fast horse that has 15 hearts and can jump up 5 blocks. But yeah, I would have to do a lot more work to make the courtyard on this side. So anyway, oops. Let's get horse out of the water. Ooh. So close. Let's put some blocks so it's easier to jump up. Why can I not place? Oh, there's a torch. Okay, easy enough. And the other horse in diamond armor is my fastest horse, but it can't jump and it doesn't have much health, so it has nothing going for it besides it's really fast. And I moved the diamond horses out of the horse pile, so they're easier to get to. But since I said this guy was really fast, might as well show it. Oops, runs into a wall. Yeah. Okay, now that I've messed around with horses the first probably 3 minutes, let's work on the archery bit thing. Okay. That kind of looks funny how the blacksmith goes out over it, but I kind of like how it does that. And this was completely unintentional how I made like more open area, so I might make like a fountain or something there. But so far this would be like um kind of like that concept where it's more of an overhang and not an actual building. Then up here where there's more space, probably like about here, we'll start like the shooting range, and then melee type stuff will be down there. Well, I really don't know, because do I want to make this more like an industrial, like, because I don't think you would have people fighting around the blacksmith when he's trying to work. So maybe I'll make the other smaller courtyard more like combat training, and then this one like producing stuff, like make a um like loom areas, making all the fabrics and stuff for the castle. The kitchen will probably be inside. Because if I move the stables and stuff outside, it would be kind of pointless to have the horse training area on the inside. Because this isn't much room to run around with a horse. I guess that's enough area for like melee, so I'll just put stuff up. Yeah, let's just get started, and it's not that large of a thing, so it won't be that difficult to tear down if I don't like how it turns out. Let's make 4 tall pillars. And what else could I talk about when doing this? I still haven't ordered the computer. Well, the computer parts. But it should soon. Well, I should be soon. Complete sentences. Might as well say them. I did that part on purpose though, to kind of be ironic, I guess. I really need to find a better way of lighting that roof. Yeah, I have plenty of wood on me. I am not going to run out. And if I do, this is going to be way too large. I'll just make a nice little rafter type design there. I like how that style of roof turned out, so I'll probably just make another one of those. Oops. I did not grab an axe. That's going to make this entire process a lot more annoying, because if I mess up placing a block. Didn't I make way too many oak slabs? I guess not. Okay, well, I'll just turn this entire pile into planks. And then slabs. Okay. Oops. Yeah, I'm going to go grab the axe. Well. Oh, and I'm eating some pork because, like, in 1.6.1, animals kept getting out of the pens and all that, so I ended up killing a lot of pigs. I wonder if that's what's causing all the lag, having all the random animals everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but there's a lot of animals right under this castle. Should that go down another one? Wait, that won't work like that. Yeah, I'm going to go grab an axe and I'll get the roof started. Okay, I got an axe and got the roof started. So let's just continue. I really need that new computer because Minecraft is lagging way too much. Like, sometimes it will lag, like the game's lagging, but the FPS doesn't drop. Which I don't get at all. Well, it's probably related to the same issue. But nonetheless, it's really annoying. Oh, the gates are open, so hopefully no zombies track me. Oops, more. Okay, and like that. Okay, let's finish the overhang on that side and tear that down. That doesn't look bad. It looks like a nice little shelter type thing. And I didn't finish the roof on this side because I'm going to do more on there. Oh, I forgot to do that. Make like little work tables for the blacksmith. Like somewhere to put all the tools and yeah, basically just that because you don't put hot metal on wood. I guess if it's treated or something it would be fine. I'll just kind of fill in the space more. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, more slabs, I guess. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to put in here. Maybe like barrels of like arrows, maybe some feathers. Like, you don't really need any like a forge or something to make bows and arrows, so maybe just make like a few seats and just a nice place to relax and make arrows for all the craftsmen, I guess. Then the blacksmith makes all the arrowheads, even though those aren't a thing in this game. And maybe have a chicken farm. Okay, now, I'm gonna go off camera for a little bit and space out the entire like archery practice area, because I don't want to do it all on camera and mess up and have to redo the entire thing again and waste time. So I'll be back when I have all this stuff spaced out. Okay, this should work fairly well. Wait, okay, I didn't mess it up. I thought I did for a little bit. That should be enough room. So, wait, I messed up, but it shouldn't be that hard to fix. So 3 spaces there, then fences, so archers would stand here and shoot at those, and that just fits in with the 3 gap in between each pillar design. Then it's a 4-meter gap in between each one. Ooh, that's gonna make this more annoying than it should be. Then there's a target that block, then 4 meters back, same concept. And there's a reason I'm digging it out. It's not going to be boring, I guess. And it involves chickens, so it's even better. There and there. And I might, well, it probably doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm going to grab more dirt or cobblestone or something because I need more waste blocks for this. And might do that. Because on my test world I made these fence gates, so it would be a little bit lower and look like you were supposed to stand there to shoot. So I'm going to resupply myself. Even though I have tons of stuff on me, I don't have the stuff I need on me. Then I'll be right back. Okay, I have more stuff now, and I also grabbed some pistons, so that might give you a fairly good idea of what this archery thing is going to be like. Pistons and chickens. Yep. I'm going to make a work platform under this quickly. Okay, I have a platform made, and I'm going to put dirt blocks to place pistons on where all the holes are. And I know there's probably much better ways of doing this type of archery system, but it will work for now, I guess, and it kind of doesn't break, but it doesn't work as well once the chickens aren't running around like their heads are cut off. And eventually the chickens will die, so I'll probably just set up a redstone system to just put up each layer, so like have it on easy, then medium, then hard. But let's place the pistons like this. I made way too many sticky pistons. It doesn't really matter. And let's just use cobblestone. I'll probably use different colors of wool eventually, but I don't have that much of a variety of wool right now, so that will work, I guess. And let's make some pressure plates. Probably should do this to light it up a little bit. Put one at the end, well, one at each end, and that should light it up enough, I believe. Yep. And well, if I want to be able to control the pistons besides having just the chickens, I might want to do something like, how could I do that? Oh, by placing blocks like this. And then place blocks there so the chickens don't escape. And I'm using cobblestone for this mainly, so Endermen don't break it or let a ton of chickens out everywhere. But there will only be like 2 chickens per one, so that really isn't a problem. And let's fill that in. And okay, looks like I'll be good for cobblestone. Do some stuff here. Put that there, that there. Ah, one off on pressure plates. So close. And let's just make that. And put that there. Okay, let's finish blocking in this. I need more cobblestone. I just realized something. I should have... Wait, it doesn't matter. I can just break that. But something that does matter is placing blocks here so chickens don't jump out onto the redstone area. Oh, and I almost forgot this entire side. Okay, let's finish this up. Let's clear more area here. And that should, in theory, work once I put chickens in. So I'm out of cobblestone. Yeah, dirt will be fine, I guess. And let's just break up here. Even though I had a perfectly good spot there. Let's make a hole for putting chickens in. I forgot eggs. And, well, let's make, some fence gates. How many do I need? 5. So, I'm going to need more. Let's just do this. 5 times 4 is 20. Okay, got those. 1 there, 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 and there. Yeah, I like how that makes it look like you're supposed to be shooting from there. Okay, I am going to go grab a few eggs to get 2 chickens in each spot, so I'll be back. Okay, I have a few eggs, and let's try and get 2 chickens in each one. Okay, there's 1 chicken there. Okay, 2 chickens in that one. And I found out that do baby chickens not trigger pressure plates? Oh. Oops. Okay, that was a fail on my part. That was another fail on my part. Yeah, I'm just gonna break out this way. Because I should probably find those chickens. Interesting. I have no idea where it would be. Let's just go up again and try again. And I do have more eggs, so if I don't get all the chickens in this time. But that's 1, and you can kind of see how it works. I like having 2 chickens in each one just to speed up the entire process. And the reason there's a little bit of gap is so the chickens aren't just running across from one side to the other side, because then you can easily predict which one's going to be up. Okay, can we get the last 2 chickens with these last 16 eggs? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nope. I'll go get more eggs. Okay, I have more eggs, and let's get this last chicken, and let's get it running. Literally. Okay, let's... And this is more of a trolling archery target because the chickens don't stay on a pressure plate for very long, so whenever you shoot at one, it normally goes down. It's kind of like whack-a-mole, only with archery. Yeah. Also, the targets aren't really in a hard-to-hit area. Because if you miss the hard target, you're doing it wrong. Okay, so let's break these blocks to wire the main controls so I can turn all the pistons on so all the targets are up and the chickens don't lag my world even more. Okay, and for the time being I'm just going to use ridiculously simple wiring of I grabbed comparators and well, I don't even need repeaters. Okay, glad I grabbed those to save myself some resources. I'm down here now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it will work. So let's just, for the time being, put it here, that there, and now the front one's all up. Let's put some torches there so spiders or something like that doesn't spawn. Okay, there's the first master control bit. Let's get a second one. And I will probably clean this up a bit later, but okay, good, I have more dirt. And redstone's already there. Let's put another lever down, or lever, depending on where you are in the world. And we'll finish this up. And put another lever there, and all the targets are up. I guess if you're standing where you're supposed to stand, I guess it would be more of a challenge to hit the farther ones back because of perspective. But let's turn the randomization on. And let's be trolled by some chickens. I could probably put the levers on this side to be more out of the way, but I'll change that later. Okay, let's get at least one target. Does that count? Okay, that counts. So let's finish up the front of this. And let's turn this off because it is causing a little bit of lag. Okay, so what do I want to do for this? Does putting fences there limit view? Okay, not much. So that will work. Let's go up about that much. One more. Or is that too much? Let's try just being up that much. Because you don't really have to, like, this is the highest you'll ever have to go. You won't have to shoot up like that, and that still doesn't interfere. And the reason I'm making an overhang for this is because if it's a training area, don't really want to be standing out in the sun, so might as well make an overhang. Okay, now how am I going to do this? We'll probably want an overhang there. And all those chickens stepping on all the pressure plates is still really annoying. Oops, that was not what I wanted to do. Closer, but still not quite. Okay, good enough. I still find that funny how you're standing on a fence and just can place it normally. Okay, now how will I do this without it looking really interesting? Could probably just connect that like that. This is going to be a really annoying roof to make. Okay, next layer. Ooh. I guess that works. Let's break these though. Not sure if I like that. It's not bad, but it's not great. Like, this block looks out of place, so would it look better if I did this? Might help to add something like there. That doesn't work that well. Well, I could probably just do this. Make sure that goes on all the blocks it needs to. Just to make it more finished looking. Wait, why did I break those? I could have just placed upside down stairs on that. Not upside down slabs like this. And now I can use fences. Oh, yeah, fences. There and here. Let's break that one. Okay, that might look a bit interesting, so let's ender pearl farther away. That doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look good. How could I change that though? Oops. I could make it like the same style of roof and just connect it at diagonal like there, so because it's still using the same pillar pattern. So I'm going to do that quickly and I'll be back. Okay, I changed the roof a bit and I think that looks much better, but I forgot one thing. I forgot this cross beam. And with cross beams, kind of good enough. That looks a bit derpy, but what can you do? Okay, now let's replace the lighting to be a bit better. Let's put torches on the inside bits. And I want to put something in like this, basically shed type area, and I'm not sure what I would make the floor for this area. Probably like dirt or something, but there's grass everywhere, so that'd be a bit challenging to get right. Overall, I like how it turned out. Let's go to the top of a tower to get a different angle of it. And I still haven't gotten around to making all the staircases on the towers besides the two I did in videos. So let's just climb up here. And that would probably look a lot better if there was wool. And I will definitely move the levers to that side so they're more out of the way. But I like how that looks. And I'm going to check how long this episode is going, because it wouldn't be all that difficult to make like dummies here for melee training. So I'm going to check how long it is so far, and I'll be right back. Okay, I think I have a little bit of time left to record, so I grabbed some stuff, and let's make some chests, and well, let's see if one chest would be visually enough. And probably not. But let's just put 5 bows and 5 stacks of arrows there for different archers. And another thing I was thinking about, if like, how separated does grass need to be from dirt to not spread? Because I would want like a circle-ish sparring ring for training, so let's make, I did not grab enough dirt. Yeah, I have cobblestone, it'll be fine. So let's say like 1, 2, like that. Go 4, another one, 4, one there. Is that 4? 1, 2, yep, and one there. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, and that does not line up. Yeah, that's fine. That's gone. Let's just break all that. That there, and okay, that looks correct. Only it doesn't. Or is perspective? No, that doesn't line up because this one's too long. Okay, that's better. And I need to break that one. And I'm going to attempt to separate the grass and dirt using like one ring of gravel. If that doesn't work, I'll just use gravel for the fighting area. So let's get back up here. there, break 4 blocks, and another block there. A block here. 4 blocks there. Could probably be doing this bit off camera, but I'm almost done now, so it doesn't really matter. Let's go down and collect all the dirt I can, because I need to fill in the circle for this test to work. Whoops. Oh, more dirt. And I also grabbed stuff to make all the dummies and stuff off to the side. I have a feeling this won't work. And I need more dirt, but that will let it test, and if the grass spreads to any of those dirt blocks, I know it won't work, and I'll just make a ring of gravel. Okay, where to make some dummies? Maybe like one. Maybe like this. Oops. And some arms. Let's take it off of the stick because that's a bit high for a dummy. It's too far back. I cannot place blocks today. Okay. And the arms are far enough apart. And I could probably put more dummies other places, but nope, it doesn't work. So I might need to make this part thicker. So I'll try doing that quickly. Okay. And that looks like it should work. But that's all for today. I'm going to move these levers over there. I'll probably end up moving this stuff. And let's finish off with being trolled by some chickens, using one of the training bows. Nope. 1, 2. How are 3 of them up when there's only 2 chickens? Can't jump. That arrow's in the air. Anyway, thanks for watching. These pistons are really loud. Thanks for watching. I'll try and have... because next episode we're either going to work on the barracks or soldier sleeping area, or start expanding the castle that way for a massive courtyard of sheer epic proportions to make stables, because I don't like having all the horses in here because it's meh. I could honestly probably just make that, like put stables on each side. That would probably work. Yeah, I'm going to have to brainstorm a lot to figure out what I'm actually going to be doing. But thanks for watching. Bye.